very good morning to all of you who have joined us from India, and greetings according to your respective time zones to all of you who are joining us from different parts of the world. A quick recapitulation of what we discussed yesterday. We heard that if we are not surrounded by those positive people who can inspire us, motivate us and encourage us, and we are surrounded by those people who don't really kind of give us that kind of support, the first principle we follow is we try to deal with them in a way that we can solicit that support from them. We invest in that relationship via kind dealings, sensitive dealings, so that those people kind of give us that support and encouragement. But that's too ideal oftentimes. What if people don't change, and what if people are negative around us, and what if people don't really support us and inspire us and they remain who they are? And the second principle we heard yesterday was that we should remain firm in our resolve. Why? Because we have to bear the consequences of the choices that we make and the acts that we engage in. Nobody is going to suffer for us. We have to suffer it ourselves. And the third principle we heard is firmness doesn't mean bluntness. We should be firm in our resolve, but sensitive and polite. We should be firm in our resolve, but swift and subtle in how we deal with people. We should be firm in our resolve and quite sportive in how we deal with people around us. And if still people don't change and they don't give us the support, we have to continue being firm, because at the end of the day, we have to live our lives. Now, some of you have commented and asked me this question, that all this sounds easier than done. It's easy to say these things, easy to listen to these things, but when it comes to practical implementation, application, and dealing with these things in real life, it seems very difficult. It seems very hard. But that's very true. What you've said is perfectly true. Because only the wrong things come very easy. The right things that we need to do in our life don't come that easily. You know, when we do the wrong things, they give us that momentary pleasure, and they're extremely easy to do. Although they give us that momentary pleasure and they're easy to do, in the long run, however, we have to pay a very high price in terms of our physical, emotional, mental and spiritual well-being. Although they give us pleasure and they're easy, God, they really cause a lot of trouble later. On the other hand, the right things, they cause pain in the beginning. They're painful to do. A lot of hard work. They don't come easy. And if we just are willing to bear that initial pain, that initial hard work, that initial discomfort, and that initial could be a long time actually, in the long run, these right things, these right habits pay back a massive premium to us in terms of sustained pleasure, safe pleasure, which has a very high shelf value, and it is not at all destructive to our overall sense of well-being. This kind of pleasure coming from the right things, Lord Krishna calls these pleasures in the Bhagavad Gita as sattvic pleasures, or pleasures in the mode of goodness. They cause pain in the beginning, discomfort in the beginning, but they pay back a huge premium in terms of sustained high shelf pleasures. On the other hand, Lord Krishna calls this short-term pleasures that come by doing wrong as pleasures in the mode of ignorance, or tamasic pleasures. These pleasures are momentarily very exciting, thrilling, exhilarating, and they're easy to go. But in the long run, we have to pay a huge price. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, do not worry so much about what is easy or hard. Worry about what is right and wrong. The right things may be hard, but we should be doing it in our long-term interest. The wrong things may come easy, but we should be avoiding them in our long-term interest. Therefore, even if being polite, sensitive, swift, sportive, kind to others may be hard, even if putting all these things that we've spoken in the last couple of days into practice sounds very hard and difficult, but that's the right thing to do. Ladies and gentlemen, in our transformative journey, We have to worry about the right thing to do, not the easy thing to do. And right things require a lot of hard work. But bit by bit, as we work hard, we can get there. In the Niti Shastras, there's a very nice Sanskrit verse, which I really like. Gives a good analogy. It says, Nahi suptasya simhasya pravishanti mukhe mrigaha udyame nahi siddhyanti karyani nahi manorathai. Simhasya means a lion. Suptasya simhasya means a lion who's laying down. The lion thinks that he is the king of the forest, is the king of the jungle, and therefore he lays down mukhe, opening his mouth wide, thinking pravishanti mrigaha, that a deer will enter into his mouth without doing anything. So a lion is laying down in the forest thinking he's the king of the jungle, and that a deer will walk into his mouth if he keeps his mouth wide open. Nahi pravishante mrigaha, but the deer is not going to walk into the mouth of the lion. At most, what the deer will do is come and probably put its leg up and pass water in the mouth of the lion and run away on its swift toes. Now, the next two lines are beautiful. They say, Udyame nahi siddhyanti karyani. The dream that we want to fulfill in our life will only come by karyani. Siddhyanti karyani. We can achieve what we want to achieve by hard work, being industrious, being hardworking, putting our 200% effort. Karyani. Nahi manorathai. Not simply by wishful dreams and wishful thinking. Just like the lion sitting there wishful thinking that the deer will enter into its mouth. Deer is not going to come. The lion has to put all the hard work. Karyani. Then can it catch the deer. So also, simply by wishful thinking, we are not going to get where we want to get. This wishful thinking in Sanskrit is called manorathai. Now if you carefully observe the word manorath in Sanskrit or Hindi, it's interesting. Rath means a chariot and man means the mind. So manorath means the chariot of the mind on which our wishes and our desires ride. Our wishes and our desires ride the chariot of the mind, manorath, and simply keep us taking in different directions internally and accomplish nothing. If we want our manorath, our desire, our wishes to come true, we have to work hard. If we want to transform, give up our bad habits, cultivate positive habits, and change our life positively, wishful thinking, manorath, will do no good. Although wishful thinking is easy, it gives a lot of pleasure when you just dream and daydream, it's going to get us nowhere. But if we do the required efforts, karyani, hard work, not so pleasurable, painful, but sattvic, because that's what will pay back in the long run. So don't worry so much about what's easy and what's hard. Worry about what's right and what's wrong. If it's right but painful, prioritize it, do it, bit by bit, you'll get there. If it's easy but it's wrong, it's not going to get us anywhere, simply by that manorath. Ladies and gentlemen, we are already into 2 weeks of our 21 days habit challenge. Today is the 14th day of our 21 days habit challenge, and I really want to congratulate all of you who have been there for all the 2 weeks live with us. 12 days, at least 2 days we weren't live, but 12 days you've been live. And for all of those who haven't been live for all of our 12 days but have been watching our videos, for those who have not been watching, have just logged in and watching few of them, my heartiest congratulations to all of you for joining us, and my sincere gratitude for forming this wonderful community. And we will carry this energy on into the new year 2018 by not just making a 21 days habit challenge, but by making it a 2018 habit challenge, and making sure that we carry this positive energy into the new year and continue it on into the fresh new year with complete zeal and vigor. Now there's another phrase in Sanskrit that draws my attention a lot, again in relation to the lion. That phrase is called Simhavalokan, broken down into 2 words, Simha, Avalokan. Simha means a lion and Avalokan means a glance. Literally, that phrase Simhavalokan means a lion's glance. Now as the lion is prancing forward towards its target, rushing and moving towards its target, every now and then the lion will look back, give a glance backwards, The lion is moving ahead with great confidence to catch that target. But as it moves with confidence to catch that target, it will constantly, every now and then rather, keep looking back, glancing back. Why? Because the lion wants to see how far has it come? How far has he to go to reach its target? The lion wants to see, in the process of going forward, has he missed any tiny preys, any tiny targets behind? If he has missed, he'll go back, catch them, and then move forward to catch the larger target. So Simhavalokan, that phrase in its implied sense, means reflection, means introspection, means taking a review, means taking an inventory of how we are doing. In the last 2 weeks, we have to say, how have we moved on? How have we done? How far have we come? How far do we have to go? Have we missed some of those things in the back which we need to attend to so that we can move forward in the right way? That is called Simhavalokan, the art of introspection and reflection. Yes, once again, it's 14 days, 2 weeks. Time to make that reflection, time to take that inventory. If you were those guys riding the bike and successfully riding still, make a new micro installment. If you're waking up at 8 o'clock and have done well till 7:45, go to 7:30, 7:15, 15. If you've been working on your habits of not getting angry in the last 2 weeks, even if you've been in control twice, make one more new micro installment. Whatever your habit is, if you're doing well, compliments to you, and keep going. If you're not doing all that well, if you failed, no problem. Revive your micro installments. Get back onto the bike. Compliments to you for even trying hard and keep going. If you were those who got distracted, no problem. Reinforce your commitment by coming to the track. No issues. If you've not made a commitment, start a commitment. But keep going. Keep the hard work going. Do not lose one thing in life. Hope. If there's anything that should never be lost in life, is hope. Don't be hopeless. Even if you fail, don't be hopeless. There was a little boy who walked into a room where 4 candles were lit. As the boy walked in, the first candle spoke and said, I am hard work, effort, but I've been working so hard and I can't see anything happening. Been working for so hard. There's no change, no transformation. And the candle, which represented hard work, went off. The second candle spoke to the boy and said, I am patience. I've been waiting, 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 and waiting to see something happen. Nothing has happened. And the candle representing patience went off. The third candle spoke up. I'm determination. I've been trying to hold on. I've been keeping that grit to keep going. How long I will keep going? How long do I muster that courage? How long do I just keep biting my lower lip and keep going when I can't see any tangible result out of what I'm doing? And the candle representing determination went off. The little boy started crying, saying all 3 of you were meant to be lit. If 3 of you are not lit, how is transformation, how is change going to come in our habit journey? The fourth candle spoke up to the boy and said, my dear boy, I'm hope, the candle that represents hope. So long as I am lit up, all these other 3 can be lit up as well. So pick me up, my dear boy, and light up these other 3 candles which have gone off. The boy picked up the candle of hope and once again lit up the candle of hard work, patience, and determination. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, don't be hopeless. Hope is that flame that rekindles the fire, the flame of hard work, patience, and determination, and lights up the journey of our habit transformation. And therefore, even if we fail, even if we haven't done all that well, doesn't matter. We have to keep going. The one thing not to lose in this 21 days habit challenge, in the new year 2018 to come, and in all the years of our life, is hope. Where there is hope, there's patience. Where there is hope, there's hard work. Where there's hope, there's determination. Where there's hope, there's faith. And wherever there is hope, transformation will certainly come if we redirect that hope into working hard with patience and determination. And therefore, just a quick review of our 2 weeks. I want to congratulate you on wherever you have reached, and I want to encourage you to continue going despite all your failures and disappointments with great hope, determination and patience. I want to thank all of you once again for joining us on the 14th day of our 21 Days Habit Challenge, and I wish all of you a great day ahead if you're in India, and I wish all of you a great whatever from whichever part of the world you are, a great evening, a good day, a good morning, a good night, whatever it might be for all of you from different parts of the world. And I would love to see you once again tomorrow morning, Indian Standard Time, 8 o'clock, for our 15th day of the 21 Days Habit Challenge. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna.